going on, silencers? Cats here, and today we are diving into one of my favorite games. That's right, this is Rimworld. Now, you saw the first look on this, or at least hopefully you did, but I decided to go and try playing an actual experience of it, shall we? Call it that for now. So let me just go over just a few of the basics. Now, you saw in the first look that this game is incredibly complex. However, here we go, review scenario. Okay, so we are the sanguinophage. We are vampires. When a dark stranger offered you a cure for your cancer, you were ready to agree to anything. He made you into a sanguinophage, an immortal blood drinker hated by 1,000 religions. You hid your condition for years, actually quite a few years. But eventually, a hunter tracked you down. Stowing away on the first starship leaving the system, you barely escaped alive. Sanguinophages have a unique strength and weakness, and this makes it a very difficult scenario. So we have one sanguinophage, Lad, and one baseliner, M. And we start with the research death rest. We also start with silver, survival meals, hemogen, medicine, components, wood, steel, and a steel longsword. But it goes further than that. We also have our ideologian, which are the Slakers of Eternity. Now, I custom made every aspect of this scenario to make our vampire as vampire-esque as I could. Sexy vampire, not sparkly vampire. We're not little bitches. But anyway, so here it is. Slakers of Eternity. The adjective is bled. The member's noun is a blooded, and the leader title is blood progenitor. The ritual room is called the sanctum, and the female leader, should there be one, is the progenitor mother. We basically love vampires. As long as our leader is a vampire, pretty much nobody has a problem with it. If our leader wasn't a vampire, it'd be shit. Vampires are very sensual beings. At least I think that's how they would be. They're predators, but they're sort of camouflaged predators. So, they move in, they seduce, they do their shit, right? As such, I made it so that men's spouses are unlimited. However, I will point this out. This is a fluid ideologian, which means this religion can change when we perform rituals. So if we can perform 10 rituals, we will get... Oh, let me move that. We can perform 10 rituals. We can get a reform point, which allows us to change an aspect of the religion. Ideologian, rather. And this is actually set as an ideologian. So there are no gods. The moral structure of the universe is found in our grand narrative of social forces. So basically, we make our own morality. Basically, any form of pain, torture, or exploitation of life is acceptable, or we just don't give a shit about it. I left some of the things like marriage name, always man's, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so like men's spouses, these ones right here are specifically ones that I changed. This one was actually really restrictive for some reason when I started it. It was like only your spouse and only once a year kind of thing. So I decided to change it up, make it a little more, I'm a vampire, bitch. Let's do it. Men's spouses, I switched to unlimited because we started with a male vampire, and it just kind of fit the idea of like an eternal harem kind of thing. Our leader is called the blood progenitor. Our moral guide, so it's kind of like our chief priest, is called the speaker in blood. Our rituals are the cremation ritual, so we have to burn a body, called the blood burial, which I may adjust that, I don't know. Our symbol burning, which allows us to basically burn an effigy, a pyre, or a sacrificial flag as a show of force or goodwill, is called fire and blood. Our social festival is called blood rites. And then I'm not allowed to say this word on... I'm not allowed to say this word on YouTube, but I'm calling that the blood melding. The buildings are a ritual seat, kneel pillow, a mark of blood, the blood altar art piece, so we can carve statues called the blood altar, and then the building, the sacrificial flag is called the sacrifice eternal, We also have some relics that we can look forward to: the Blood Chalice, the Mask of the First Sire, the Blood Jade, and Progenitor Blood. And I didn't fill in any of the rest of this stuff because I did want to kind of make it really fluid. So anyway, that's where we are. So let's jump right into it. Oh, let's do some introductions. Let's get them down to the planet first. Okay. So we've got them down on the planet. This is Vladimir Lad Durkin. He is 30 years old. However, bio, he is actually 4,821 years old, chronologically speaking. So he was turned into a sanguinophage at the age of 30 and has not aged since. He is a sanguinophage, so he is weak or slowed down in UV light and very, very, very flammable. He has to drink blood to survive, but he's immortal. So he will never die, but he will quite frequently need to do this thing down here called death rest, which I think it means that he has to sleep for a couple of days straight in like a coffin in order to sort of rejuvenate himself, but he doesn't need to sleep for like 27 days before that. So he can balls to the walls, do a shit ton of stuff, and then he'll need to sleep. So we'll need to get a couple of servants. And his first servant is Am. Am is a 14-year-old girl who's been 14 for 1,465 years. She is a baseliner, so she's a normal human, but she was locked in a cryosleep sarcophagus. She is desensitized. She is unnaturally beautiful. She is nimble, and she is a quick sleeper. She has a passion, or she is a natural at shooting and dealing with plants. She absolutely gives no shits about cooking. She's got some pretty good stats otherwise, and I randomized this. I didn't affect this at all. I did pick that she was a stiletto assassin because it had her as a prostitute, and I figured that Lad would have gone to greater lengths to find a more appropriate person. Anyway, her name is Amy McLeod, and she's just been called Am for a while. And she was, an assassin, so why the hell would she? Yeah. All right. Lad is a bloodline founder, so he was born of noble blood, but nobody recognized it until he grew up. Then he was an exiled researcher, so super smart. He loved robots. He loved technology, everything about 4,030 years ago, or 4,790 years ago-ish. That's when he discovered his cancer, blah, blah, blah. He's got a minor passion in shooting and crafting, a huge passion in social, which I figured that one I did adjust, because he's a vampire. He's supposed to be super sly, super sleek, right? Right. And he is a major intellectual because he's been researching for so many years. Now let's take a look at our map. So our map, pretty straightforward. We've got, let's see, I see slate, sandstone, marble, sandstone, more slate. So slate, sandstone, and marble. That's typical, but you only have two or three rock types, which is fine. Marble is the most beautiful, granite is the strongest. So that is good to know. Now we're going to go into planning. We're going to plan walls, and I'm going to put a wall. And no, this is not me actually placing the wall. This is merely a plan for a wall. The reason I do that is because if you look, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there is a line on the right side of this. You can't actually build outside of that. So even if we wanted to build defensive walls the whole way up to the map edge, things can still spawn in here, and they can come in, and it's just for my own peace of mind doing that. Now, we are in a canyon, so we've got some space down here. We've also got space up here. And I think since, Lad is a vampire sanguinophage, we should probably live underground, more or less. And he's affected by the sunlight, so probably a good idea to not be out in the sunlight. Anyway, so let's get the very basic set. Attack. And schedules. So 9 to 5. Anything goes here. Recreation here. And lad doesn't actually need sleep, but we'll deal with it. And we're going to go into the work tab, manual priorities. Everybody firefights. Everybody's a patient. We'll have Am be the doctor and lad be nothing really. Don't need that. We'll do that. We'll make that priority. Am will be our warden, and we'll have lad be the other thing. Let's see. Who has the higher animal skill? She has the higher animal skill, so we'll have her be handler. We'll also have her do the entertaining. She absolutely couldn't give a shit about cooking, but she does have a higher skill, so we'll do that. And no. Just you'll do that. You're also going to be primarily constructing, mining, quarrying. Did lad have any skills in that? He has a construction skill of 4. She has a construction skill of 9. So we'll go ahead and give him the ability to do that. So 8 and 4. So yeah, we'll do 3. Get rid of that. We'll have that. And do that. And she will do that and that. Nope. Ah. There's a reason that I'm putting them on priority 2. And most of you probably already understand that. But, yeah. 2. Then, what's his skill? 7. Hers is 15. Yeah, you do that. Go there. There. Then we'll have you do research high priority. You do research like that. Okay. So now we're all set up. Now we need to decide exactly where we want to live. So let's take a look. What the hell is that? Looks like a grabloid. Jesus. A great devourer. That's exactly what it is. It's an armored worm known for their unquenchable appetite. Once a great devourer arrives, it will proceed to gorge itself on small prey, and total ecosystem collapses almost a certainty. They won't attack large creatures, including humans, unless provoked. Their whole name is in fact a pun, since they are not very resilient and are easily dispatched. They have, however, slow regenerative capabilities. Cool. Okay. So do we want to set up north or south? How about north? We'll go north. I don't want to set up too close to either edge. Let's take a look at a couple of things. Terrain affordance. So we've got this puddle of water here. And what is this? This is mud. So that's no good there, which is fine. It is currently... Hello, what fucking temperature is it outside? Oh, permanent summer. Okay, so we can grow year round. We're good. We're actually really good. Let's get dug into the side of the mountain just a little bit and go from there. So architect orders mine. We want to mine 3 wide and how about 31 deep. And yeah, we'll go from there. So let's speed that up, get them going pretty good. Now we can turn off the trade affordance. Now how's our... Of course, we have really rich soil over here. Gives us a fertility boost of 130%, I believe. We can also turn that off and that off and that off. And we're good to go there. But we do need to, as you guys very well know, or may not, everybody needs to pee really bad. So we're going to build a wooden latrine right there. We're also going to build a wooden water tub right there. And we are going to... We'll just start there. Let him get the work. So there's Lad. He's filling up all that stuff. Great. Now let's see. What's their social interaction? So physically stunning. So he's just like, man, she's hot. But oh, I forgot to mention his traits. She absolutely is in love with us because I'm physically stunning too. I mean, Lad is physically stunning. So I do have to point out, I actually tried. I did 12 episodes of a previous series on this that I'm not going to release because it was a total shit show. But so I had put myself in and then randomized a couple of my patrons into it, and it didn't go well. In fact, it went so poorly, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have wanted to have been patrons anymore. But I can put patrons and names and stuff into this. Anyway, Lad is insatiable. Loves to get lovin', right? He's a psychopath. So basically, there is nothing that bothers him, ever. Whether it's for or against him, as long as he doesn't get his hand cut off, he really doesn't give a shit. And he's beautiful. But anyway, let's get dug in really quick, shall we? Now, while they're doing that, I'm going to... Yes, I know, the robots don't like us. We're good. While they're doing that, I'm actually going to back up. Basically, remove all of that. Then we're going to go into floors and do the same thing. Okay. And they're going to immediately start tearing stuff apart, which actually works to give us some materials to work with. Yep, and there's an ancient mech right there. So this... Oh, did she seriously just disassemble that properly? Oh, that's legit. So this ancient mechanoid transponder, we can actually put it in a research bench, which is kind of like how you access your tech tree, which this is the tech tree. That ancient mechanoid transponder, we can use it to find relics and good weapons and item caches around the world that are ancient, obviously. In fact, let's go into our stuff and see what we can get started on. I know that there are... We're going to do basic autopsy, I think. And we can do that. Then... Let's see. Carpet, terrain rehabilitation, Devil Strand is always a good one. It's a mushroom that you can turn into some pretty amazing clothing, actually. We need smithing and sterile materials and utility columns, actually, first, if we can. Minecraft would be wonderful. Let's grab that and put it... Yeah. That allows you to specifically focus on certain materials, like dig for the certain material. What the hell? Oh, doesn't go down any further than that. Cool. And then we'll do that and that. And... Geothermal power. That would be great. Auto door would be wonderful. And a lot of this will start to make sense as we go on, because I know that this is, well, it's a lot to take in. I know it is. And it's been a while since I played the game, but I did get back kind of into my rhythm recently. So we got that. Then we're going to go for power shower, smart toilet, fire suppression, that. Hot tubs, industrial scale bullshit. Don't need the hygiene bionics right now. Then, what is that? We can get to the organ vat, which will allow us to regrow some organs. And to get to chem fuel refining and deep wells, that, and hyperweave, all the way to hyperweave. That should give us more than enough planning out of the way, I guess. torture methods. Oh, don't mind if I do. Oh, and liquor. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to let them do their thing. Where the hell are they? Ah, they're down here. So what are those? Mudstone. Granite. Don't take it for granted. Sorry. I know. I'm bad. Horrible joke. What is that? An ancient generator. Does it actually work? Nope. Now let's see. It is 1,500 hours. They will continue to work until like 2,100 hours. Let's make sure that they've got a little bit of recreation to go for. We're going to go to make it steel. Put this here. Also grab a steel archery target and put it here. And we'll take greater care of that in a little while. Once they're done with all that and they start mining again, we will we'll dig this into like a grand entrance hall kind of thing, I think. And then later I kind of want to build like a defensible position right here that's kind of like the last ditch fallback, and then we'll build defensive walls or defensive positions against these entrances, and we'll be in more or less complete control of what's going on. At least that's the plan. I don't know if it'll actually work, but that's the plan. Now how are you doing? She is uncomfortable. And everything's ugly, and it's dark, and we should have a blood feeder as our leader. Got it. So she wants Lad to be... She wants a blood feeder as the leader. Cool. Colonists can gain expertise. What? Okay. So in your statistics, in the bio statistics, you can hit this little star button and it will tell us that we can do certain things. So I think we'll have Lad be an expert in researching, and then we'll have Am be... She's good at recruiting and arresting people and handling slaves. She's good at negotiating. She's good at converting people. She's good at shredding things. She's good at making clothes, weapons, and components. We're going to have her be a master warden, I think. So right down here, she's got the wardening ability, and she is considerably better at it. So let's make sure. Yeah, she is our warden right there. Now, what's the jailer do? Manage prisoners. Watching, releasing, and executing. Okay. Don't really need to worry about that. Now, where the hell? He's like not tired at all. See how fast his sleep's going down? He's at 98%, and he's been asleep for like a whole day. So yeah. His death rest, he needs to death rest in 26.1 days. And he's going to need some hemogen, so he's going to need some blood. And we can use this blood feed ability on Am, but I would like to get a slave to do it on instead, or a prisoner. So we'll just capture like the first person we can come across and turn them into a hemogen farm. So basically bleed them dry as often as we can. Hey, look, steel. Compacted steel. Wonderful. Now it is 10 degrees centigrade outside. There we go. Outdoors, 10 degrees centigrade. Bit nipply, not gonna lie. So let's see about getting some shit. That's right. You run and gun. You don't have a gun, that's why. What the hell is this? Not worried about that. Good God. And we're going to actually use your piercing spike ability, I think. Yeah, that's right. Why don't you finish off the Cougar? Thank you. Now, how you doing, lad? You are bleeding, but you will live. So undraft, do that. I'm not quite sure why he started hunting us first, but I also can't really argue with it too terribly much. Okay, let's get doors doors and windows up. So do we want this completely sealed off? Do we want it still kind of accessible? We are going to do steel walls here and here. And then we're going to do a steel door here. Now, I went over this before, or at least I think I did. You go into the info tab of something. So you click on steel door up here, you hit the eye. It shows you that it has a max hit points of 160 and a door opening speed of 100. And that's all it is. But if you change the material to say something like titanium, it has a door opening speed of 300 and a max speed of 500, or max hit points of 560. So what you make it out of can make a really big difference. For instance, if you made it out of granite, it has a maximum hit points of 270, but a door opening speed of 45%. So it slows people down going through it. So just keep that in mind. By the way, that function is called being stuffable in the game. So now let's flesh this out just a little bit. So we've got what, 5, 6, 7. We'll go in 7. We'll come over here and we'll go 11 across and all the way back like that. So this will be sort of a grand entrance hall, if you will. And we can make it even more grandiose if we wanted, which we might. We just might. We're going to also need some torch lamps. Why? Ooh, they look all macabre. I like. Gonna put one there and there and there. Where the hell's Am? What's she doing? What's Lad doing? Wow, he healed fast. He was super injured. Okay, cool. So they're gonna clear out this area and then we'll work on like, I don't know, bedrooms, maybe? Which, if I were to do that, I would think I would go back more or less like that. Hopefully we don't run into any unnecessary stuff. Now, does Lad have a thirst need? Wonder if there's a way to disable that for sanguine aphasia. I know, I'm taking you along for this ride. Now, in the previous series, I had decided that I was going to basically keep you along for every facet of the ride. I think I might do that for this series as well, but in the future, if you do enjoy this and you do have another idea for another colony or another scenario, let me know and I'll condense it into more like a diary. Like down here, it says 2nd of April, May 5500. I could say, on the first day we were here, this happened. And then skip. On the 4th day we were here was our next event and we tried to get eaten by a rabbit. I don't know. You know, I can do that. I can take care of the situation like that. And then it'll be a little more cinematic and actually a lot easier because playing this game for only 40 minutes at a time, it's making me hungry for more. I really want to play this game a lot for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah. Now we're watching them sleep. What the hell? Why is he sleeping? Oh, because I'm telling him to sleep. Who has sensory mechan? Are you fucking kidding me? Semi-coherent mechanites which reside in the nervous system. They enhance the victim's senses but also cause intense pain. They're a mutated strain of a sense-enhancing mechanite. Shit. Can you prioritize tending to me, please? Am. You are kind of my main servant. Thank you. And I pissed on the floor. Great. All right, lad, you do your thing, man. Flakers of Eternity. And he has a temperature tolerance of 50 degrees centigrade and a negative 11 degrees centigrade. So should be fine in this area, but you know, gotta be careful. Need defenses. I know we need defenses. Thank you very much. Now, let's go down here. We'll go to orders. Oops, orders. We'll go to chop wood. We'll chop everything there. And then we'll cut plant well in that area to help us avoid fires in the future. But we'll let them get this done first. Then we need some storage, and we will put, yeah, steel skip here, here, and here. And they're going to construct those really quick. And we're going to take this one. We're going to go to storage. We'll go to chunks, and we'll put sandstone chunks in one. And we'll put marble chunks in the next one. And we'll put slate chunks in the last one. And then they will take care of hauling all that where it needs to go. Now, how this is fresh and spoils in 1.4 days. Yeah, we'll get a butcher table too. So we go into production, we go into butcher table, we, you know, get a steel one, because why would we do wood if we could do steel instead? Have them construct that really quick. Perfect. Okay, so we did that. We're going to go to bills. We're going to go to butcher creature. We're going to do that forever. And there, they cut up the craft any item out of behemoth scales. I haven't crafted anything out of behemoth scales. That came up last time. I think that's any items out of Galvatros leaded. Oh, I'm an idiot. I have a mod installed that does oh, uranium. Sorry, squirrel. I have a mod installed that makes the meat and leathers more concise. So you don't have 500 different kinds of leather in the game, because it really impacts performance. There's like heavy leather, light leather, thin leather, heavy fur, light fur, that kind of stuff. Now there is. In the past, there would be like cougar leather and lizard leather and turkey leather and bird skin, and like it got really bad. Also with the meats, it was the same thing. You'd have mountain lion leather or mountain lion meat. Yeah, it was bad. So we have food out here. Thank you. We just need to put it in a stockpile. So we'll go stockpile zone, put it right El Hero, and then we'll tell them to, yeah, oops, we'll tell them in first, tell them to grab all that. No storage space for steel slag chunks, my ass. Copy that, do that. Once all those get hauled in, we should be good to go. Now, what's she doing? What's she doing? She's watching the sunset. It's filling her recreation meter, so I'm not going to stop her. And Lad is playing horseshoes. And they're hauling in. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to grab all those stone chunks, but I suppose it doesn't hurt anything. And there's a benefit to putting stuff inside. If it's unroofed and outdoors, it deteriorates at this rate of its hit points per day. So very slow for some things like wood and stone, but it still does. Actually, stone doesn't deteriorate, but things like weapons and medicines and stuff, those all deteriorate. Okay, so he is... wonder how long that lasts. I can never remember how long sensory mechanites last. Going to copy, 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 copy. Can't see anything else. We're going to put Lad's room back here. I want it to be like an extravagant, almost throne room with his coffin behind it. So I think for the coffin room, if we did like a 9x9, does it have to be that big? We'll do a 7x9 for that. And then in front of that, we'll do... need meal source. I know we need a meal source. Thank you. I'm gonna go down here. Oh, it's 18 degrees inside, it's 10 degrees outside. If we go into architect, we go into production, fueled stove. We can do that. And then down here, we can go floors, we can go tilled soil, we can do 19 by 15 there, and then give it a 3 spacer and a 15 by, we'll do it again. 15 by 19 there. Then we'll go into zones. We'll grab a growing zone. We'll go here for 1 and here for 2. This one will have rice. Rice grows the fastest, and it's the most plentiful, most bang for your buck, if you will. And then we don't have anybody who can grow that shit, so we're not gonna do that. We could definitely use some cotton. Wait a second. Is there a... No, that's a medical something. Is there like a HEMA something? HEMA... sugarcane, tomato, wheat, no. I seem to remember that there was like a bleeding plant that you could get, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we're gonna go here. We're going to make sure that you have a simple meal and that do it until you have 4. And then she might, not give a shit about the meals, but she's going to primarily eat those. She's going to take care of tilling that ground and planting stuff, so we're good there. Now, what is Lad going to do? What is Lad doing? Gathering steel to halt to inventory. Oh, okay. Good God, man, you're moving fast. How fast is your speed? Needs health. Moving is 96%, and you're moving that fast? Holy crap. And these are hemogen packs. What's that? Plasteel. Ooh. Plasteel is always a good thing, but that's going to be where we call it today. If you enjoyed the content, you know exactly what to do. Thank you very much to my patrons who make it so that I don't have to bleed for money. But I won't keep you any longer. Thank you very much for watching and liking, and I'll see you in the next one.